How many of you have trail cameras out there? I've got 5 trail cameras. One of them was eaten up right here by a black bear a few weeks back, and I shared that video with you guys. I'm going to show you a little bit of that here coming up next. So I'm out here, Western Washington, and this is one of the spots that I set up my trail cameras. I've got a trail going this way, I've got a trail going off that way, a trail right over there, and a trail going that way. So, and a little trail going that way. But it's a good intersection of all these trails coming in together in one big choke point. I've got deer coming through here, coyotes, bear, elk, cougars, you name it, they're all coming through this little section. Now, I've been putting some sweet cob out here, but unfortunately, a bear has taken a liking to it, so I can no longer do that because in Washington State, it is illegal to bait bears or feed them. So I no longer put any food on the ground for them, but I will leave a camera here and move my uh, other cameras, and I'll put some, sweet cob out in front of them to see what's coming to it, and if any bears come to it. I don't want to get in trouble with Fish and Wildlife, so I will no longer feed in any areas where bears are coming in. I will come back and probably hunt this area. I'll keep my cameras out. What I want to talk to you guys about is kind of how I'm setting up here, and maybe that'll help you guys out in the future. South is that way, west, east, north. Usually I've got a camera set up facing north. I get less shadows that way. In this section, there's only a couple spots I can put a camera out where it's facing north. So I switch them up, and I have one facing east and one facing west. And I'll show you some shots. Like this one, for example, is a prime example of facing into the sun, and you get a lot of glare, and we want to avoid that as much as possible. Here's my bear shot. This one, he decided he wanted to see what was making that noise. Me personally, I can't hear it, but the bear sure can. And he came in, gobbled up my camera, and drug it down the trail. Fortunately, I was able to get my camera back and got it set up right over there. So another thing you can consider is clearing out all the brush around. You don't want to have too much stuff that's going to blow in the wind. A lot of new cameras today, it doesn't matter. If you get a good quality camera that's got a little bit of AI technology in it, you don't have to worry as much about the sun shadows. You don't have to worry as much about stuff blowing around. You can program them so they only capture big game, or they only capture turkeys and pheasant and birds walking by. They just kind of don't take pictures or videos of big game. So there's some amazing cameras out there. Myself, I've been working with some older cameras. I'm getting ready to upgrade. I'm probably going to end up going with Reveal by Tactacam. I've got some great footage from a friend who works with Reveal or with Tactacam, and I'll share a couple of those on my Trail Cam Tuesday just to show you my camera that I've got set up in this choke point. It's about my height up in the air, so less likely that an animal is going to come up and disturb it. It's facing down. If you face it straight out, a lot of times you get a ton of what's going on up high, and animals walk right below it, and you totally miss those shots. The camera will trigger, but you won't get those animals walking by, and you'll be like, well, that was the wind blowing, or the rain falling, or the snow falling. So angle it down a little bit and keep it up a little high. Don't put it down too low. Even if you're going for turkeys or pheasant or quail or chukar or whatever you're trying to capture, have it up higher and aim it down. The lower it is, the more likely some animal is going to come up and start disturbing it. I've cleared off all the brush from here. I don't have too much problems. I might have to move this guy out of the way because a bird might land on here and trigger it. But play around with it until you figure out what works for you. What works for me is to make sure everything's clear. And I've got this nice trail system here that I've cleared out a lot of pathways on that's really helping me get some great images and understand what kind of animals are on this property. This is a 80-acre parcel. It's surrounded by homes and it's kind of a big green belt. I mean, it's very rural, but it has homes all the way around it and roads on 3 sides. So animals are moving through here a lot. And I found a number of sheds back here. We've seen some really nice bucks and a couple elk. And then this pesky bear that decided it wanted to eat my camera. So anyway, tell me what you guys think. Let me know if you've got any ideas about how to set up my cameras better. I love putting out the Trail Cam Tuesdays for everybody. That's been a pretty good success, and I want to keep that going. So I'll be investing a little bit in some better cameras so I can get some better images for you guys. Leave some comments below, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Get outdoors.